The MC4C programme is an enterprise support programme for young people that are wishing to explore the opportunity of self-employment as a career option. The thing with different career choices with the young people that we work with is that quite often apprenticeships, traineeships, work is discussed with young people nowadays. However, very few people actually touch upon the subject of self-employment as an option. It's kind of easier in a sense for them to go through qualifications and straight into either further education or employment. And this really gives them a little bit more freedom to explore things that they're actually really passionate about.
I was at the Children's Centre and I was approached by Gemma, and she said, she actually looked at my daughter's dress and said, "Have you made this?" And then she sort of went from there and explained how the MC4C works. I've learned problem solving, the ethics of a business, sort of things about tax and profits, anything to do with a business.
They can engage in enterprise skills training, which is what I would call maybe the softer skills set. Your things like sort of team working, organising and planning, things that everybody around the world says these are the things that you need to be really successful in business or going into the world of work.
The majority of these young people that we meet in either hostels or job centres, they actually do have the skills, but it's just maybe the self-belief and the confidence to make them realise that you are capable of becoming an enterprising person.
The young people that I come across certainly have the skills and certainly have the dynamism to succeed. And I think that can only be a good thing for the future. What they need, particularly in the first couple of years, is that support and that help and that guidance. But that's what I see MC4C does. It's there for them.
All the time whilst they're doing that, they also have access to a one-to-one business advisor. And that's when we really start to explore the opportunity of self-employment.
There are a number of programmes that are helping young people, but I think we're one of the most accessible. I think we're one of the most friendly, and I think we offer everything, and if we can't do something, we'll find somebody who can. One of our latest projects is a challenge mentor scheme, which helps young people beyond the point that we would ordinarily help them. It lets them go forward and receive support from business people within the community. We can help young people who want to go into self-employment, but if that's not right for them, we will find them an alternative.
It's about finding out what is right for that person. What does that person want to do with their life? And self-employment is a fantastic opportunity. And we're seeing now for young people, employment is so different. How would I go about creating my own organisation or self-employment through something that I love just doing myself? Well, Kirsty and the team here, they say, right, this is a hobby, but hang on a minute, this could be a job.
On the YI project, they have a key worker throughout that process. So they could be with another trainer, learning maths and English, they could be doing a CSCS card, but the key worker is always there for them throughout that process. So we can help open bank accounts, we can help set them up with job search, we can help them access pastoral support, we can help with benefits, we help a lot with housing. That is a big issue for a lot of our young people. Anything they need, basically, the key worker is there for them for those extra things.
You can see how focused it is on that learner and how that learner is interested in what they're doing. It's not just I've been sent on something for 2 or 3 days. It's very meaningful for them, and certainly when I go out and see the learners during the programme or after, I can see how much difference it's made to them, and that's great because that's what the programme is there for, really.
Every young person that comes onto our programme has the opportunity to apply for a market test grant, and this is to pay for essential things to help them get set up. Things like their business insurance, promotional material, initial equipment. We also work really, really closely with an accountancy company in the city, and they deliver a level 1 in computerised bookkeeping and accounts for us to help them set them on the right path and know what they're doing financially as well.
Quite a few of the students that we take on the MC4C haven't got a qualification at all. They came out of school with no qualifications, and they think it's absolutely fantastic to not just to learn about finance for their business and their personal finance as well, but also to have a qualification at the end of it.
Here at the Hull Youth Support Trust, we support young entrepreneurs, predominantly aged 18 to 30, to start or grow an early phase business. And in doing that, we've got dedicated space down High Street in our building here that supports them to start that venture alongside subsidised rent and one-to-one mentoring. We've got a number of young people within our space that have also gone through some one-to-one business support, the finer business training, and been able to receive some grant funding from MC4C. And I think that has been really beneficial to them. Another thing that they've brought to our building as a part of being a tenant is that the Project Blythe project has been in here. So we've had a number of young people that it's opened up them to what it is that we do also, which has been really fantastic.
So we really are a hand-holding process from the very first point of, I've got an idea, I want to be my own boss, to, you know, okay, let's think your idea through and let's get you to that point where you're ready to launch, and we will advise, guide, support and help them.
I would suggest to come here because it's so helpful. Like, you get to just to know things that you'd have never thought you'd have needed. Like everything, like your domain name, stuff like that, all would have been foreign to me. Like, I wouldn't have understood what it meant. So it's really helpful of what you do need to run your own business and how to start off.
MC4C's helped me to gain confidence and believe that I can actually create a business. Before, I just thought it was sort of a bit of a silly idea, and then when I met members of MC4C, they told me that it was a good idea and that I could do it, and they gave me the confidence and made me believe that I can do it, and it just progressed from there.
Just seeing success, really. Just seeing the beginning to the end and seeing the end results and thinking, wow, I've actually helped that young person, you know, get to that level where they've got that sustainable business now. So that is the reward for helping them.
Several people, you know, that said this was a good course, so I came and I've really got a lot out of it. I never got told I could really do it until my dad and his friend set up a business. So I was like, I really want to do this, you know, I really want to work for myself.
Now this is Roxy, my boa constrictor. I got a grant from the Youth Enterprise Bank, and that has just boosted my colours, my stock, my equipment. So now I'm fully equipped and ready for the next 4 months, so that they're profit that I can put back into my business. It's helped me out massively.
Through the support of MC4C, they encouraged me to go apply for the casual post, so I did, and to my surprise I got an interview, and then from that transpired saying that I was suitable.
Good afternoon, sir. I think 26 and 27.
People often think it's scary and complicated, and what we really try to do is break it down so the process of them exploring the idea of self-employment and taking that leap is a little bit less daunting and a little bit more simple.
Before I was elected as a politician, I worked in economic development in coal mining communities, and often we went to other countries and saw what they were doing, and it was the European Union that helped us exchange the best ideas of how to bring in entrepreneurship. And today here in Hull, what we've seen is a great example of not just the sort of typical youth training schemes, but we're seeing young people who for the first time ever are really thinking about setting up their own businesses.
What a wonderful variety of ideas, and people have been helped. Young people in quite a variety of situations, recent mothers at home, people who've been homeless, people who've been in employment then fallen out of it, people who've been unemployed for years since they left school. Very different situations, but they've all been helped developing quite different ideas about how they could start up as entrepreneurs and start their own business
in different fields, from making jewellery to making clothes to giving business advice, potentially selling, but at the moment showing off reptiles and snakes to schools and to other places. What a variety of things, absolutely terrific.
I think it's a very complex picture as to why young people perhaps do not succeed in terms of qualifications at school. But one, I would also argue that actually for some individuals, qualifications are not the be-all and end-all. Actually, it's sometimes about people's ability to be able to develop their skills and demonstrate them differently. So whilst qualifications are a factor, particularly for employers when they're looking to recruit individuals and they're trying to look for a level playing field, actually we mustn't lose sight of the fact that we have so many micro businesses and SMEs in the Humber, and actually we're relying on those young people to come up with those fabulous ideas and be supported. Government really recognise and enjoy the energy estuary aspect of what we're doing. We've got to make sure that we continue to develop those conversations and maximise our assets. And I think opportunities such as the industrial strategy provide some of that. Now for our young people, it's actually explaining that in terms that are relevant to them, because it's no point just talking about Jam Tomorrow, it's actually explaining what those opportunities are, and be it for their own small business to contribute to that, and to encourage those young people at the moment that perhaps haven't started their young business, but to be able to demonstrate how their business can actually, their future business, can actually enjoy some of those benefits.
Have a dream first. If it's a dream that you believe in, then it's a product that's going to be believable to other people to believe in you. I don't think any dream is too big and wish is too small.
It's really helpful of what you do need to run your own business and how to start off. So I'd suggest to come to MC4C for help.
Go to it. Go to it, go to MC4C, they'll help you.
If anybody is interested in finding out more about the Making Changes for Careers programme, they can either visit our website, which is www.mc4c.co.uk. They can simply pick up the phone and give us a call on 01482 616 218. Or they can visit our social media pages. We can be found on both Facebook and Twitter at MCFC in Hull.
Just go for it. I would, and I did, and I loved it. I love being my own boss.